Hello everyone, gaming with Big Green. And guys, second attempt. That's right guys, bear trap number 2. And yup, it was a lot better. Like I said, our nerves were just a little high. It was the first time both teams merged and ran together, so it was a little chaotic. So this one was way better. There was just one small little thing that we had to adjust, and it makes such a huge difference, and we're going to talk about that again in this video. But we're going to go ahead, and we're not going to show you the whole full bear trap. We'll show you guys, the beginning and how it's looking, and we'll talk about what was the one issue that I seen. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about and give you an example of why it's so important, and then we'll show you guys the final results of the bear trap. Because with the last bear trap that we did from the video prior that everyone's seen, we had 90 rallies open. We did 2.9 billion damage. At the final result of this one, we ended up doing 76 rallies, which was a lot less rallies from the 90, but we did 3.1 billion in damage. So we did more damage with a lot less rallies. And the less rallies have nothing to do with it. It's because we were bringing the correct characters, the correct rally joiners. The openers are very important. That's what I was saying about the rally captains. Make sure we get people out of the lineups that bring the wrong character. Now, one thing I will say, the rally joining in this was amazing. I don't think I've seen anyone bring an incorrect character. And I was looking through almost every single rally. That's when I kind of caught what the big problem was. But, well, I had a little problem of my own, because normally when I click on, I have enough troops where I have a surplus of troops. I didn't realize, because we did Viking Vengeance prior to this event, that my troops were still in reinforcement of someone's city. So that was a little mistake that I made early on. But again, I'm kind of not used to that. We usually do Vikings afterwards, so that way people don't forget about their troops, or you don't have to do bear trap while your city's burning. You know what I'm saying? We kind of wait for after, but to each their own. But again, really good. I mean, I've seen, I went through almost every single rally, and I couldn't find one person bringing an incorrect joiner. Someone said something on the chat about one person bringing it, but I did not see it myself personally. I went through and I really, really looked. I mean, as you guys can see, it is amazing, the adjustment. Every single joiner is correct in my rally. Now, the thing I want to point out is this, okay? Not just her skill, but this was nice. Having 75% increase of lethal, and then Petra's skill of the 50% increase, the 50% chance of 50% increase of damage on top of all my damage I have up here. And that's what I really want to talk about, guys. All these skills up here, I have so much damage coming out of my rally openers. That's because I'm using Zoe and Marlin mainly, and I have Jabel. But if I had Petra up there, it would be even better. But I'm providing damage to all these guys joining my rally. All these people that's lending me their troops or their rally joiners. My characters up top are supplying the stats, the damage, the buffs to all your troops. So you see they have very good rally openers there, but you see Jabel right there, the rally skill. If that person would kick this person out, they would have 100% increase of lethal instead of 75%. So you lose a little bit of damage. So that's why I say it's just a little bit of tension. Make sure you have your correct rally joiners. Again, that was Jabel, so that really wasn't too bad. And you know what I'm saying? You kind of can let that slide, but me, I would probably kick the person out. But this is really the problem, okay? Rally openers using Howard and Quinn. You can see how many skills here. Just that skill alone is just lethal. All the other ones are basically defense skills. I mean, you got 1 or 2 attack skills or damage skills. So when you're opening with this kind of lineup, and he's a good player, but you're providing no buffs, stats, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like the people that are joining your rally right here, this person, whoever joins this person rally is going to get less points because the rally captain is not providing damage to your troops. So that's why I won't put my troop, like, if I was going to look at his rally, despite him having a capacity of 936,000, I wouldn't put my troops in his rally because he has Howard and Quinn, and that's going to get me lower points. Same thing here, horrible, Howard and Quinn. So this is when we kind of start making an announcement, hey guys, openers, please stop using Howard and Quinn. And that's very important because openers that have Howard and Quinn is providing very little points, providing very little help to the alliance or to the members trying to get points in Bear Trap. If you're opening with Howard and Quinn, you are not a good rally opener. Straight up. I mean, you should, again, look at the stats, what they bring, and Howard has no offensive stats. Quinn has one. So you bring, out of them two characters, you bring one stat for the offense to increase the damage to the bear. So out of them two spots, you're only bringing one stat. And then plus they only have 2 skills to begin with. So instead of bringing 6 skills, you're bringing 4. And out of the 4, 2 of them are okay. You know what I'm saying? Or one of them's okay. It's you want to use your legendary characters. Plus, you don't even have just the 3 skills. You have an extra widget skill that helps on top of that. The legendary characters are meant for opening. Do not use Howard and Quinn. Again, you can look on this menu right here, and you can see. Look at all the damage. Like, not even just the rally joiners. Look at all the damage up here that I have. All these stats are providing, or skills are providing damage, lethal, attack. That's what's going to make your rally and your members and the people joining your rally do a lot more damage. It is night and day having the correct lineup versus a shitty lineup. And when I'm saying shitty lineup, yes, that's Howard and Quinn. If you're using Howard Quinn as a rally opener, you have no business opening a rally. Straight up, stop doing it. It's stupid. All right? And I'm sorry that I'm being a little rough with these videos, but a lot of this stuff is like, it's stuff in Generation 3 you don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, Howard and Quinn should not be in an opening rally. I said since Generation 1, before Generation 2 started, stop with Quinn because Quinn is trash. And people hold Howard so high, don't know why. Howard's not a good character either. Howard and Quinn are not good characters, straight up. Stop thinking they are. If you think that way, I'll straight up tell you you're wrong. Howard and Quinn is trash. They have no business in an opening rally. As far as garrison joiners, there's better options out there. Howard and Quinn was early on. That was who we had in Generation 1 for early game server. And, you know what I'm saying, the other rally joining characters, the 2 girls and the dude with the falcon, they added them late into, you know what I'm saying, like, when the game came out, they weren't part of the game. They added them after we had Generation 2. So a lot of people from our early server, or probably even from earlier videos, would suggest Howard and Quinn would be a good character. That's old information. Howard and Quinn suck. Just straight up. We're just going to put that out there. Howard and Quinn is trash. So, you guys, you know what I'm saying? If you're using Howard and Quinn to open a rally, please stop. Just stop. All right. You want to make sure you have your 3 legendary characters to open, preferably Zoe and Marlin and Petra. If you don't have Petra, Jabel works just as good, but you want Zoe and Marlin in there. Now, if you don't have Marlin, yes, Saul will work. And if you don't have Zoe, yes, you want to put Amadeus in there. That's correct. I mean, even Helga, but Amadeus would be a better play than Helga. So if you're looking to do maximum amount of damage in Bear Trap from the shield position, you got Zoe number 1. All right. Amadeus. But I mean, Amadeus, if you have him full built, the only reason why I'm saying Zoe is number one because she's free to play. She's easy to build. You can get her shards, and and Generation 3, you can actually pay money to get her shards even freely. You know what I'm saying? Like, not freely, but you know what I'm saying? Generation 2, you have to get her shards through roulette. When you hit Generation 3, you can get her shards from Daily Deal. So she's a much more easier and a really good option. So I would put her above Amadeus. So I would say Zoe is definitely one of the best characters. Amadeus, and then you know what I'm saying? If with the shield, if you have to, Helga is also really good. As far as the archers, Marlin, hand down the best, Saul, and then after that, it's kind of iffy. You know what I'm saying? It's you really want to try to make sure you have a good archer, legendary character, Saul or Marlin, preferably Marlin. Marlin is who you should be drooling over if you're playing this game. And with the cavalry, of course, Jabel, but Petra would be better than Jabel once you get her built. But Petra, Jabel, and again, you know what I'm saying? It's Hildy, not really, and Jaeger, not really. So you're kind of left with basically just the same thing with the archers, where that class, you're only having two really good options. Because you got Hildy, Eric, and Jaeger, which them three together would be the best wall, the best garrison unit you could probably have. So with them three being together with the best garrison unit, you have, which would be like Petra, Zoe, and Marlin would be the best attack unit. You know what I'm saying? Because they deal ultimate damage. The other ones, they are really high on defense. But as you guys can see with this bear trap, things have been a lot better. The skills are looking amazing. It's just the only problem we had was with the rally openers. And once we started saying, hey guys, no more Howard, no more Quinn, you'll see the same people that the one guy that brought the Howard and Quinn earlier, he comes back with Marlin and the correct characters for opening. And all the openers start doing the same. And one little thing is, I guess some people are struggling with maybe not having Marlin or maybe not having Zoe, because I do see one purple in. When they had two, they switched to two legendaries and one purple. So it might be just a struggle of characters, or maybe they accidentally sent them out. But you never want to open with the epics. You always want to open with the legendary characters because of the skills that we show you guys on that one page, how it fills up, and you want to apply as much skills to the troops joining your rallies as possible. Now, one thing to note, sidebar from Bear Trap, I heard that Caesar Fury is coming out with some kind of update. I got to check the Discord about that, and we'll put out a video on that. And we're going to have a lot more videos coming out. We got a count review coming up. Someone asked me for some help. We're going to do that coming up shortly. But this was the Bear Trap from this time, guys. And yeah, we kind of got beat up a little bit in the comment sections on the last video, but rightfully so. It was a little bit of chaos, but I can say I was really proud to see so many people just, all right, right there was a bad character in there. I didn't see that. Okay, there was one blue one in there. But I think this was when the R4 called the person out on it. So again, even though the person brought a character, I did see someone mention someone that, hey, you got a bad character. That could have been that time right there. So we were quick to call people out on it. Rally captains really didn't have to kick that many people out because, like I said, for the most part, the rallies looked really, really good. As you can see, we got, now I'm checking the openers after so many announcements. And the rally openers, now that you don't want to see. You never, ever, I don't care what the case is, you do not want to see the redhead in, because she provides stamina reduction and march. So that character is just doing absolutely nothing for you. You basically got a waste of space sitting in there. You know what I'm saying? Any character would have been better than that character. So really good work though. I mean, quick adjustment, and look at all the rally joiners. The rally joiners are absolutely beautiful. I mean, just straight up, hands down, 100%, way better. And like I said, the damage spoke for itself. We did 76 rallies opposed to 90 rallies, and we did more damage. That's why doing this stuff is very important, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, I kind of keep coming back to these videos, because this information gets lost in time, or we kind of stop listening to it. You know what I'm saying? We've been playing this for 3-4 months, but yet look at the struggle that we had on the last bear trap. For us to have to say, hey guys, what's going on? Why do we see blue characters? Why is this opening with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, throughout time, you kind of get comfortable. But this was why this merger was such a good idea, because I was struggling with inactivities. I had about 12 to 15 people that stopped playing. They had a large list of inactivities they were holding on to keep their power. Well, I took my actives, put them over here with them, and now we have almost about 100 active members on this team. And you know what I'm saying? When you have that many active members, not, of course, everyone's going to show up to participate because of time scheduling, but it helps. You know what I'm saying? We can get 30 to 50 people show up, and we do this every time. I mean, our scores and rewards are just going to boom hit us like we're going to be living nice, you know. But this is the problem right here. This is why you do not use Howard and Quinn, because you rob your members of points because you're not supplying them buffs. Again, you can see Show Crime, my buddy. Now I think he logged on a little bit after I made the announcement, but you do want to use Howard and Quinn, because there's just not enough there. They don't give you no type of help to your troops. So if you don't have an opening lineup, you shouldn't open. You want to consider yourself being a joiner, work on your rally joining characters. If you want to open rallies, you really have to consider working on the legendary type characters. That's what's going to make you be able to hold rallies. Again, if I got in a bear trap and I seen everyone opening with Howard and Quinn, I would just quit the bear trap and possibly the team. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be a joke. So you really want to make sure to identify the use of the characters, which legendary characters are meant to open the rallies. That's why they have 9 skills on that page, because when you open with 3 legendary characters, you bring all 9 skills. That's why you have the spots for the widgets on the bottom, the 3 widgets, because your 3 characters have each a widget. They're meant to open rallies. The purple characters are meant to join rallies, okay? The blue characters are meant to be buffs. The redhead is just meant to be a redhead, all right? She's just running all sorts of trouble on this. Like, she just only reduces stamina and increases your march. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everyone in Desire. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I love all you guys from prior Valhalla. You know you guys are my family. Everyone here is getting along amazingly. We're all mixing and matching. Now, this is an Italian alliance. Most of us speak English, so it was a little bit of a culture move to mix this type of teams together, but it's working out really good. But again, do not mention Hawaiian pizza if you're in an Italian alliance. God, I learned that lesson the hard way. But really happy to see this. And yes, like the guy said, happy Hawk. Yes, I am very happy. So I'm going to jump ahead to the end of the video so I can show you guys the score. I'm going to talk a quick second about the videos that we're going to have coming out. Okay, so I jumped ahead. So we're going to look at the report. Now we're at 76 rallies, 3.1 billion damage. Like I said, the last time we did this, we had 90 rallies at 2.9 billion. So we did, with less rallies and a lot less rallies, we did way more damage. I mean, not way more. I mean, it was only a couple more million, but if we had 90 rallies at what we were doing, we would probably almost hit 5 billion. And I believe this team, we probably could hit 5 billion. If we have a little bit more people on and do exactly what we did, but clean it up a little bit more with the rallies, with the rally openers, I can almost guarantee us to hit 5 billion. But guys, we're going to look into the Caesar Fury coming out. I heard something that they're changing it. I got to get on Discord. There was a post on Facebook supposedly. But we're going to look into that. We're going to have an account review coming out for a friend that reached out to me. And, of course, we're going to have a lot more videos covering ongoing stuff because that's what we do here on this community channel. And, guys, this is going to bring the video to an end. Thank you guys for watching. And I told you guys, we got this. It was just, first day hiccups, right? All right, guys. Love you all. Take care. Be safe. Keep coming back. Keep grinding. I'll talk to you all later.